thought Mack was dead already.
Well, he's certainly dead now. Why would anyone want to kill him twice?
Seems so unnecessary.
Well, it's what we call overkill.
He looks different, but I guess that's because he's dead.
You seem pretty calm for your brother having just been killed.
No, I'm sad. It's like I never really knew him, but now I never will, you know? But also, he wasn't that great.
Whew. That was scary. I thought he was trying to take my crown.
I thought Mack was killed on the farm. If he was already dead then, how could he be here dead now?
I guess the DNA lab I used was wrong? Which would make sense since they were cheap and not always correct.
That was their reputation?
The name of their business. Cheap and not always correct. But I was paying out of pocket. I'm not rich.
So who was killed on the farm?
I know who. It was my dad, Paul.
You said he was alive. That he texted you recently with the words, "You up?" ?
Still weirded out by that.
Yeah, that wasn't my dad. It was a daddy that I demoted in my phone to just regular dad, but I forgot I did that, so when I got the text, I thought it was from my actual dad, not my former daddy dad, and he basically just wanted me to murder his ass.
Well, like my mama always used to say, it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt or there's a dead body, in which case you don't want to stick around, and since I'm the only black person, I might be next, so peace out. Excuse me, Gilmore.
Well, as an FBI agent, I'm glad to see you fully interrogate every suspect before letting them go.
That must be the murder weapon.
Dynamite detective work, baby girl. What do you say we celebrate with a bubble bath? I'll be the bubbles.
Later. Who had access to the candlestick?
All of us.
It was given to you.
Yeah, but I dropped it on the table. Anyone could have picked it up. You, him.
You think I'd do it?
Well, you've said he was your dad's favorite. Maybe you were jealous?
But who needs my dad when I got my daddy?
Again, I'm saying...
Daddy Scott. Oh, you didn't say Scott.
I'm saying James. I mean, look at him. Out of all of us,
Look again.
I'm really digging my own grave.
Well, should we go back to reading your script?
You don't care that there's a dead body?
He wasn't that great.
You knew him?
Scott introduced me to him a while back.
He made a website trashing April Nardini. It was her character on Gilmore Girls. A character I'm sure was great, by the way.
And would that make you mad enough to kill him?
Because committing spontaneous murder is my jam.
Strawberry is my jam. Or grape. But I think that's usually a jelly.
No, I didn't even know that he was here.
Why was he here? I mean, how did all these people get invited? Unless...
What?
Everyone keeps saying how you had an invitation, you had an invitation, you had an invitation, you had an invitation.
Get on with it!
The point is, blackmail.
You mean Brian? He's still hiding in the garage.
No, not blackmail. Blackmail. Coercion. I mean, maybe the killer invited us all here so they could kill Mack and frame one of us.
And the killer must have just been upstairs when they tried to drop scripts on your head. It's your prison drama.
They were using it as a murder weapon?
They should just make you read it. It'd kill you with boredom.
This is a message. The person who tried to kill you with these must be the person who threatened your agent.
Can I see that?
For all time's sake.
But we were all downstairs when this happened.
Maybe it wasn't one of us.
Well, who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only on Whitney. On Whitney!
Well, she's not here.
Oh, hey, sexy.
Oh my God.
I'm just grabbing a few things.
On Whitney. We haven't seen you in weeks.
I thought you were living in the woods.
I was, but guess who I found out there? BJ's dad. And he's rich.
How did you know it's his dad?
He recognized me. He was like, "Didn't I have a kid with you?" And I was like, "Probably."
So romantic. It's like when Harry met Slutty.
Ooh, can I option that?
He's amazing. He looks exactly like Beach.
So he looks like Mr. Peanut on stilts?
We're getting married, so I had to come back and grab a wedding dress. Ah, this'll do.
He knew you had a kid with him just by looking at you?
Not just my face. He knew every inch of my body. And he's not the only one. It's you! How you doing, sexy?
It's me, Mom. BJ?
Beach? Oh, I thought you were my fiance. How come everybody in this family looks alike?
You met my dad? What's his name?
John Hill.
Sounds like a nerd.
So my name's BJ Hill?
Coincidentally, that's also the name of the place he was conceived. A lot of sluts hang out up there. What you guys doing?
We're trying to solve a murder.
2 murders.
And an attempted one.
Do you know who would want to kill your nephew, Mack?
Is he dead? He wasn't that great.
We think the killer's up here.
Well, could have been me. I'm too weak.
You went shopping for Pride outfits all weekend. And Pride is 5 months away.
Shh! I don't know who you are, but you look like you work here. Do you mind grabbing me another one of these bad boys?
I'm Vanessa. I'm producing Scott's film.
He's still making that movie? Do not let him do to you what Janet Jackson did to me.
Here we go.
Poetic justice? That movie is about my life. I had 5-foot braids. I wrote poetry. Dirty limericks. And I dated Tupac.
You dated Tupac Shakur?
Tupac Williams. He was the manager at my bar. We were totally banging behind his girlfriend's back. But to be fair, she was in a coma, so I didn't expect her to find out. But she woke up, and there we were. Doctor said it was probably all the bed shaking that woke her. Ironic, huh?
Seriously, can I option that?
It's funny that you don't want me to write about Jim, while someone would tell my agent that they would kill me if I wrote my prison drama.
So it's unanimous. Nobody likes Scott's writing.
And I just found out that agent is someone that Jim knew. Dun dun dun, murderer.
Erin? Yeah, I knew her. She told Scott to write a movie about me.
But you knew her before that. She knew you worked at Buns and Guns.
Oh yeah, she was a regular there. She'd fly in from LA because she said we had the best buns and guns. I happen to have both. See?
Oh my god, it's all perfect.
You didn't think to tell me that you knew my agent?
I never break stripper client privilege. Except for right now.
Did she tell you about the prison drama?
Yeah.
Did you tell your dad?
I never talked to him.
Then you must have told your best bra, James.
Dude, for the bazillionth time, I don't know who's trying to kill you. Except for maybe the Grim Reaper. I mean, tick-tock there.
Then who else at Buns and Guns could have known?
Isn't it obvious? It was the janitor.
I'm not the janitor, Mom. It's me. BJ Hill.
No, honey. BJ Hill is in Indiana. A lot of sluts hang out up there. God, I miss those ladies.
I think she was pointing at, I want to say Carter? Joshua. Bryce?
It's Roderick, the Buns and Guns janitor.
You?
Surprised you didn't figure it out sooner.
I keep saying this guy's dumb.
You keep saying I'm old, too.
I know. You're like the counter-argument to survival of the fittest.
I told you months ago that I'm from Indiana, and a huge fan of Jim the Forest Boy. I worked at Buns and Guns just so I could be near him. One night, I heard Erin talk about this prison drama, which would surely taint the legacy of the Forest Boy and the Jomases.
Taint.
So I concocted a plan.
Concocted.
I flew to LA, I got a job at her agency, and I told her she'd be banned from the club if that script ever got made. Long story short.
Too late.
I tried to be your agent when she got fired, but Jamila got to you first. So I slept with every agent I could.
For information?
For fun.
How did you go unrecognized all this time?
I had blonde highlights in my eyebrows back then. Really changes my whole face.
But the walking DUI who thinks her son is her fiance recognized you?
Hey, I have moments of clarity. 9 months sober.
So you tried to kill Scott by dropping scripts on his head?
Please, he's gay. If I really wanted to murder him, I'd just mess up his hair really bad.
That's how I kill people. We might be soulmates.
So who dropped the scripts?
Oh, that was me. Yeah, they were total trash, so I trashed them. Well, my fiance is waiting.
Why do you keep using air quotes like that?
Because he always does. He's rich. He's got a mansion. He doesn't know how that gun got in his glove box.
Yeah, he might not be who he seems to be.
As long as he doesn't have kids.
But I'm literally their son.
Well, that's one mystery solved.
You must need a break. What do you say I turn on the sprinklers and you can run through them naked?
2 murders to go.
I've been thinking,
No way.
aren't there literally confirmed killers hiding in the house?
Say what?
Oh, God.
Brian's not with us.
Who's that?
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. No, I'm not. I'm Elizabeth. Shoot.
New partner.
Nice knife. You gonna arts and crafts us to death?
I forgot to bring mine, okay?
Hilarious, right? I mean, like, who did they stick me with?
Why do you keep screaming Werther's Originals at us?
And why do you want to kill Brian?
No, I don't care about that part. Just the candy stuff.
So we work for these German drug dudes who used to import Werther's Originals, but like with a buttload of cocaine in them.
Oh, is this where we just tell everyone everything because confidentiality doesn't matter anymore?
I guess so.
When Paul Jomas took over the company, he switched it from candy to air fresheners because they were easier to make.
And less copyright infringement.
The Germans were furious. They wanted their drug candy with the delicious caramel flavor.
So they called Paul, and he was like, eating drugs is so yesterday. Our queen, Hillary Duff. Everyone just wants to, like, inhale their drugs now. But they were like, not in Germany, biatch.
Something like that. Meanwhile, your dumb FBI boyfriend, Brian, tried to shut it down completely. The Germans knew if that happened, there'd be no chance to get the cocaine caramels again.
So they hired us to kill Brian and get Paul's candies back in business. Yay!
But Paul Jomas is dead.
Boo!
What?
Yes, someone killed him on his farm.
Hootenson!
So you guys didn't do that?
Why would we kill the guy who has the power to make the candy? Are you gonna kill Ben and Jerry when you want them to start making oatmeal cookie chunk again?
No, but I'd kill someone else if they would.
Wait, so if Paul is dead, then I guess we can just go? See you guys!
But what?
Nice gals. I liked them.
So everything is explained.
Nothing's explained. We still don't know who killed him. If they didn't know Paul is dead, then the murders have nothing to do with the drug business. It has everything to do with Mack. And it was personal. Wait a minute. Look, the body's gone.
What are y'all staring at?
Nothing.
Well, who's there?
Nobody.
What do you mean?
No body, that's what we mean. Mickermack's body, it's gone.
Oh, we got rid of the body for you.
We saw it sitting there and we were like, we know where to dump bodies. We thought we'd help out.
You guys are top notch. Thank you.
You took the murder weapon too?
It wasn't there.
Ooh, spooky. The clues are right in front of me. What am I missing?
Again, I'm going with James. I mean, he would do anything for money. What else would he do? Kill Mack?
Did you just equate sex workers with murderers? Wow, dude. You are literally the problem right here in mediocre human form.
I know who did it.
You do?
Give me a moment. I'm weak.
Only because you're hungover.
One of us couldn't stand the fact that Mick or Mack knew Daddy Scott first. One of us always has to win no matter the cost. And one of us is an annoying sociopath.
Are you saying you did it?
What? Jim did it! He's a sociopath!
I'm not a sociopath. I'm just generally happy.
He's always talking about wanting to murder someone's ass.
But not with a knife, with my wiener.
Jim killed his dad so that Daddy Scott would want to take care of him.
I've never wanted to do that.
And then he killed his brother when he was afraid of coming in second place again.
I did find sequins at the crime scene, but they didn't match Jim's hot pants.
That's how it could have happened. But how about this? Scott did it.
Why?
To keep us from reading your terrible script.
I mean,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah, we're all thinking it.
You think I'm a killer?
Oh, do you not like it when someone thinks you're a killer? What an awful feeling that must be.
I did find pieces of a script at the crime scene.
I didn't do it. What about how Mack left that voicemail saying he was gonna bury an axe in Indiana? Maybe Mack killed him.
And then came here and killed himself?
Well, yeah, apparently he looked like his dad. Maybe he got confused and thought he was killing him again.
Because everyone in the family looks alike. But here's what really happened. Someone killed Paul thinking they were killing Mack. A ballpark resemblance, an attack from behind, they wouldn't notice the difference until it was too late. They'd have to try again. And do it in a place where anyone could be a suspect.
Where?
Here, now. This.
Oh.
Who knew Mack was gonna be here?
Whoever sent those invitations.
Roderick!
I didn't send them.
No, I'm just saying, I think we should break up.
Nobody even knew Mack arrived.
Someone knew. Someone saw him walk right through that front door. And that person is Vanessa.
Me?
You've made no secret of your hatred for Mack. He humiliated you with his website when you were just a little girl.
Yes, but I asked him to take that down.
But you said he didn't, that it was pinged to a farm in Indiana.
So then you had his exact location. You went to his farm filled with rage. What better way to exact revenge than to
Push him into a wood chipper?
You did say you were gonna cut him into Nardini tiny pieces. It was a pun, because your character was April Nardini, so it was like teeny tiny, Nardini tiny. It was actually clever. I didn't tell you that. Anyway, go ahead.
When you realized you killed the wrong guy, you were furious. But not with yourself. With Scott, the guy who introduced you to Mack in the first place. You planned to kill Mack and take down Scott at the same time. Maybe spontaneous murder isn't your jam, but premeditated murder is.
Oh, that is a great story. You should write that into a script.
It'd be better than whatever we were gonna read in there.
Jamila saw him walk in too.
She had an alibi. She was in the dining room with Jim.
So was I.
No, you left.
You talked to me, Brian, and James in the garage, but only for a minute.
I was upstairs with Mary Kate and Elizabeth. BJ, Roderick, and Whitney were in the bedroom. That just leaves you.
This is obviously insane.
But it's entertaining.
You have no proof.
How did you know he was pushed into a wood chipper?
One of you mentioned it. I'm sure. You literally talk about murder all the time. Seriously.
I have a torn up script and you tore up Scott's script.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Another solid point.
There's also... Hang on.
While we're sitting on the edge of our seat, anybody want some candy?
Please. Oh, yuck. I thought these were Skittles. It's okay. I brought my own.
Maybe those aren't Skittles, but these are. A bag of candy found at the crime scene exactly matching your own. From a bag of sequins, just like these.
That you've now touched with your bare hands, so good job contaminating the evidence there.
Damn it. The candlestick's missing. Whoever's got the candlestick killed Mack.
Okay, I killed him.
You!
Yeah, I did it. I killed Mack. I hated him so much. It flames on the side of my face, breathing, breathless, heaving. Okay, I really thought someone was going to interrupt me.
You killed Mack over a website about your Gilmore Girls character? Which I'm sure was terrible to see.
April was about to be redeemed. People were using the hashtag Justice for April. It was trending, and then Mack changed it to Just Ass for April. My timeline was filled with pictures of people's butts. And let me tell you something, the people with the good butts, they're not the ones that send it to you.
But I didn't make the website. Why do all this to me?
Because you brought me face to face with my childhood trauma. It was your fault. And it is really fun to mess with you.
Wait, so I'm right? I solved the case? Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Get over here, slut! Lick Mama's boots!
Finally.
Oh, yeah! I'm Calista Flockhart, FBI, that's right, I knew I could do it! I told you I'd solve the case!
Jesus, she still needs to be arrested.
Oh, right. Good luck with that!
Expelliarmus!
What? Okay, all right.
Oh, you're under arrest by... Wait, hold on. Was there earlier?
Calista Flockhart, FBI.
Calista Flockhart, FBI.
Calista Flockhart, FBI.
Where did you get my badge?
You've been dropping them all over the place, girl.
Well, give me that. Calista Flockhart, FBI.
Oh, I just remembered where I know Vanessa from. She's on an FBI watch list. Yeah, she's crazy.
Yep, we got that covered.
Oh, and Calista's not FBI.
Okay, maybe I'm not technically FBI. They said I lacked experience. But I was like, how am I gonna get experience if you don't give me the job? I thought if I solved this case, they would let me in.
So you stole that evidence from an FBI lab. Doesn't that make you a criminal?
I'm still a probation officer. That's gotta hold some power. This is for Luke and Lorelai. They got back together.
I told you I didn't do it.
I'm gonna start calling you Hannah Montana. Because she's always pretending to be someone she's not.
You need to learn to be yourself. Like Lizzie McGuire.
The Lizzie McGuire movie is actually one of my favorite films.
Nope, you can't have it.
We made a good team in there. Maybe we can do it again sometime.
I seriously hope not.
Hey, just a note. Drop the. Just bad boy. It's cleaner.
Bad girl.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Chill, dude. I'm Jim's brother.
Oh, yeah, you look just like him, which seems to be a pattern.
I'm Calvin. But you can call me Cal, or Cav, or Calvi, or Abel, or Nivlak. It's Calvin backwards.
I'll just call you Calvin.
Dope.
Wait, so the Jonas brothers are Mack, Jim, and Calvin?
Who's Mack?
Mick or Mack? Why are you here?
Oh, because I heard Mick or Mack was dead, dude. Totes bummer. For him, not for you.
Why not for me?
Well, because my dad's dead, dude. Another totes bummer. Again, for him, not for you.
Because?
I have Mick or Mack's will.
Mack had a will? That's awfully responsible for someone who used his social security card to light fireworks.
Turns out my dad left everything to Mick or Mack.
Well, who'd Mick or Mack leave everything to?
Scott Kensington. Dude, I think that's you. Which makes you
able to get my pool.
The new head of the Jomas crime family.
Oh, right.
You're my new daddy.
Scott.
Oh, my bad. Sure, dude. Has anyone ever called you Daddy Scott?